few weeks ago actually now. And I was like, you guys, the more that we sit in this soup of toxicity and no receipt, no information, mashed potatoes and grass clippings for spices, I was like, we're just going to become it. The more you swim in the mucky water, the muck starts to get into your pores and then it gets into your bloodstream. And so the I was like, hey, people, they whatever they eat don't make a shit. So it is what it is. I mean, I even heard the latest shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They're just running out of content, you guys. That's why, when they say doing work, it's not even really doing work. You know what I mean? It's just you're looking up other people's videos and then you're talking shit about each one of them. I don't understand. That's pretty easy if you ask me, because I could complain about a lot of shit. Let's be real. I could complain about a lot of shit, but and even the people in the background, they know, like, yeah, we're all human. We all have things that we're going through, and it's just like the people in the background that really know me, and I could be going through things right now, and the last thing that I ever want anybody to do is come into to our community and experience. I don't even talk about the things that go on in my personal life to any of you guys. I mean, a lot of the stuff I don't even tell the mods, because the last thing that I'm trying to do is add any kind of negativity or any kind of, like negative vibe into your
Yeah.
being, because we're all human. We're all going through stuff. So why do I want to pile on more of what you're going through with what I'm going through? So that's, you know, that's why it's important to not even, the more you exist in that muck pond, the more that it gets in your pores. Whatever they think, it doesn't fucking matter. You guys spend enough time with me. You guys know who I am. You guys know what I'm about. I don't really care what other people that aren't in my atmosphere care about. Like, I don't care. If you're in my atmosphere, I do care. I give you 150. Other than that, zero. So honestly, it's so easy to sit there and create a negative atmosphere and all of the vibes and all this other stuff. But that's how the real world is. There's people that exist in it. There's people that aren't satisfied with their own self unless they're existing in it. And so therefore, it's like the yin and the yang. You got the yin and you got the yang. And so that's what keeps the balance. That's when you go to those places and you experience that. That's why you know that it's such a beautiful place here, because you see the ugly out there, and then it makes you realize, oh, you know what? It is beautiful here. How would you recognize the beauty of the atmosphere if you didn't recognize the ugly of others? Really? So,
Yeah. Makes you appreciate it
yeah,
even
it
more.
is it is what it is. I don't.
Yeah.
What's up and good morning. Yeah, sorry about the quick notice there. But we're going to be going into a couple things. Again, if you're into sports, movies, games, um, pop culture, stuff like that, I'm going to be doing that stuff. It's just the lounge. It's just chilling back, covering whatever. I'm going to be starting the first sports show tonight over there. It'll probably be a disaster because it's I'm getting the, like, I don't know why, but I'm getting like the vibe like it's my first show or something, even though it's like not my first show. It's just a different a different genre, so I'm kind of like getting the vibes like it's the first show kind of thing. If that makes sense, like
It'll
nervous.
not be a disaster.
Yeah,
It'll go well.
I get
Don't
like
worry.
nervous. We'll see.
No, it'll be fine.
Good morning. And prayers, Christina, one of the angels, she's going through some nasty stuff right now with this weather here in her community. Um, oh, so horrible. If you want, if I don't know, if she's probably busy. I don't know if she'd be cool if I shared the pictures. But she sent some pictures, and it's horrible. Their fire station lost its roof. Um, what's up from South Africa? Jennifer Powell, contribution call out. I want to say thank you so much for the super sticker. Let me scroll up in the YouTube chat and see what it is. It's the prickly pear with the smooches of hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always love the cartoons in chat. I wish StreamYard would actually show the prickly pear doing the mwah on the screen, but who knows? Maybe in the future they'll do that. Yeah, tornado season. It is it's not good. Here, let's stop and see what the current is. It's getting into Clarksville right now. And we got some others going into let's see, Corbin, London, Irvin, Flemingsburg. I mean, look at that through Cincinnati. It's like following the I mean, it's just but a lot of the majority stuff right here, we got 2 warnings over here going on. So if you are experiencing any of this weather, please be safe. If you are, don't rely on me because I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just here to help keep the community safe and aware. And then I refer you to Ryan Hall, y'all. Okay. So if anybody does have to seek shelter, please, if you're not subbed to him, let me get his channel link for you. Why is it coming up with different? Here it is. Here's his channel link. Usually he's live, but if not, it will give you a recommended list of people that are live that will show. There are other people out there that do this, but Ryan Hall, y'all, is the number one go-to. I'm sure he will be doing one soon because his own this is Ryan Hall, y'all's camera right here. And I mean, look, it's not very far at all. It's already here. Let me get this for you guys. It's right there. It's already getting close to his area. So I'm pretty sure that he is going to be going live soon. This is his feed right here. It's just cloudy, but I'm sure it'll be going live soon. So if you are stuck in that weather, please go watch him and please be safe. What's up, Yoli? And I apologize. What's up, Captain? I apologize about yesterday. I think I don't know. I'm still kind of dealing with whatever the hell it is, but I think it had to do with like literally I was so drenched that like every part of my clothing was soaked with water to the point where like water was gushing in my shoes and I had to drive like 4 to 5 hours home. And so I think and plus I had the air on, so I think I got like a bug or something and I was not feeling good yesterday. So I went ahead and reached out. We'll be doing the power panel coming up soon with the Idaho 4 court hearing review, where we'll have the power panel. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday night is what I'm thinking. So we'll do that, but we're going to cover a lot of. So Yoli, Wednesday night, let me know if Wednesday night's cool because I'd like to have you on. I'd like to see if Andrew would like to come on. We'll have typically unique. We'll have a power panel discussing it. So I wanted to get into keep a change. Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing, no eyes. Like Normally I have a change of clothes with me because when I'm out there searching and stuff, like I always have like 3 pairs of socks, 3 boxers, 3 shirts, 3 hoodies. I got 3 of everything in case I do encounter something. So if something happens one time, then it can happen again, and then 3 times it's like, hey, 3 times, 3 for everything. 3 times is lucky, right? So, but this time I didn't bring nothing except a search crew T-shirt for Jinx, and basically my gear and stuff, because I was only planning on. I didn't think I was gonna run into anything like that, so yeah, that's why I had a pair of basketball shorts, and a hoodie, but that was it. So, and I had to run the air conditioner, so the hoodie wasn't quite working out.
I'm sorry. Well,
Oh, you're good.
yeah, you talked about coming down with something from that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll do that. I am gonna have what I already have it set up now. We'll be we'll be hitting the road here in a few days. Um, we're now gonna have the feature where you can call the phone line on the road. So we'll be having our on the road shows where you'll be able to live call in while I'm out there driving. So from now on, from this point on, any of these on the road to on locations, it doesn't matter where we're going. We will have the phone lines open for the whole show. For that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was updated. Memorial Weekend, have a safe Memorial Weekend too. I know there's a lot of people out there camping because of it, and hopefully nobody's getting caught in that stuff too. So, what do you guys want to go through first? I figured we're going to talk about a couple things, a couple topics, and then after that, it's and more. So we could do whatever after that. The two things I wanted to cover, number one, for the Sebastian Rogers case, I wanted to talk about the Tony and the Bullhorn Betty collab. Now we knew it was coming because when we first heard that Tony, the video, the whole video of him talking, um, that's when he said that. Excuse me. Have you guys noticed that all the YouTubers have like a we all have to except for Rosie over there. Maybe it has something to do with our country or something. I don't know, but I just
No.
noticed it because we all in America here go we're always a little bit. So I don't know. But I noticed it, but in my mind I'm like she never does it. So maybe it's just but
I'm sure.
we heard that whole conversation where he was talking about the freaking Amber Alert, and he was talking about the grandma, uh Katie's mom and stuff talking to Sebastian and just all this crazy shit, right? And that's when he said, "Oh, I like Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, I wanted to collab with her before. Well, yeah, we're gonna collab soon." And I was like, "Oh shit." Well, it must have took a couple days uh, for people to catch on because, like, then they're like, "Wait a minute, Bullhorn Betty." It's like, "Yeah, he said it already, right?" So I wanted to talk about that. All right, the collab that they got going, but then I also wanted to discuss something, and we got plenty more to discuss on Micah Miller. But the one main thing I wanted to discuss on the Micah Miller case was this. I know that it's been conversation since we started talking about it, and we're still kind of catching up. But I remember the conversation from the beginning being talked about how they felt that the voice was AI generated. We looked into what JPM's lawyer was with background when it came to the AI. We read his statements on AI. It was real sketchy, but it was like, well, I watched a video yesterday and I was like, holy shit, we need to talk about this AI stuff because it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And I think now that, because trust me, I don't know if you've seen it or not. I just came across the person's channel and I checked it out. And after they did what they did, I was like, holy shit, we need to go through this again. So, do you guys type in one in chat if you want to discuss the Sebastian, Tony, and Bullhorn Betty collab, or type in two in chat if you want to discuss the Micah Miller 911 AI generated call topic. So let me know in chat what you guys want. We'll sit here and chat for a minute and I'll just see what you guys type. I don't feel like doing a poll. I'm not that quick with the polls. So it's easier if you just type. I do horrible at the polls. I need to practice them some more or something. I'm acting funny. No, I've been up since 1 a.m. because of these damn storms, Tiffany. Let me see. I see a mixture. I don't know. It's like half.
I forgot which is 1 and which is 2.
Sebastian is 1 and Micah is 2. And we're going to talk about both of them. I just want to see what everybody wants to start off with first. And it's like a 50-50, so. And here, I also, oh yeah, I did this too. I added the side camera. So you guys can have the side camera too. Okay, I see more ones now. Yeah, I see more ones. I'm neutral.
There's a neutral.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about the Bullhorn Betty Tony collab here. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. And what I'm going to do, let me share this real quick because I want to promote his channel some more. Ryan Hall, y'all. So if you have to seek shelter, please please turn his channel on, turn mine off, turn his channel on, and please be aware because it is nasty out there. Just storms going from Tennessee to the top of Wisconsin. All right, so check this out though. This was crazy. Shout out Jay for Justice. Okay. The whole, you guys remember Julia, right? And let me get to that because I know they put it in mod chat. Because she came out with a statement saying, oh yeah, it's on Twitter. Did I retweet it? No, let me just use this. Okay, she came out with a statement, right? And it says, do not utilize that anonymous tip line floating around to report in any information in the Sebastian Rogers case. Any credible agency would not hard press you for emails, contact information, or PI as hard as this service does. Any anonymous service like this is not subject to sensitive information disclosure, and many generative AI systems group facts, submitted tips together probabilistically, not realistically, so your tips may not even reach the source as you originally submitted. These systems combine tips, mix it with the information other people submitted to generate a combined tip paragraph. You ever heard of the game Whisper Down the Lane? Practice safe cybersecurity. Do not disclose your personal information, especially with anonymous credited source. Report all tips directly at TBI Investigation or Sumner County Sheriff's office. And here are the numbers for that, for the tips that you need to call. Now, this is crazy too, because shout out Jay for Justice. And this is another good picture. I want to share this too. And this is damn straight because this is how we are. Unfortunately, the misinfo sheep out there promote something different. All right. Now it says, my grandmother always said you get more honey than you do with vinegar. Storming onto anyone's private property, regardless of how good your intentions are or your mission is wrong. The worst thing they can say is no. And see, it's got a posted private property. So that's why I say when it comes to anything that we do, that's why whenever I'm out there, I'm always professional about it because that's what we're about. We're about doing the right thing, period. And so this misinfo bullshit, y'all know me. You guys spend a hell of a lot more time with me than anybody else. So you know how it is and you know how we do what we do. We're about doing it the right way, always. Because if you're about doing it the right way, you can't be wrong. Okay, so I want to say shout out to Jay for Justice. Here's her channel. Check this shit out when it comes to an anonymous tip line, right? Check this shit out. And then what they say you can do. So Jay for Justice did this video. Check this guys out. Here's the link to it. Go show it some love too.
Find Sebastian Rogers, aka Tony Mathis, taking anonymous tips through a Google Voice number.
This is crazy.
Look at this.
Google Voice.
They're using a Google Voice to take anonymous motherfucking tips. Huh. What? Look.
This is crazy.
Sebastian.team. Look. We will get your tips to the right person without your name being released. We will follow up on every tip that is received. The family and the community needs closure. Thank you in advance for sharing this website. If you prefer not to use your email address, just use a fake email address. What?
Right? Right?
Anonymous tips accepted here. We understand the fear of giving tips. All tips here are completely anonymous. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and then some rando Google address in Boulder. What kind of joke is this? Text this Google Voice number above if needed.
This is crazy. This is from Tony. Good morning. This is from Tony. Watch. This is crazy, you guys.
What's going on here? I went on their site and because they actually unblocked me in their group. So I was like, whoever this idiot is actually said, oh, it's a Google Voice number. You know what I'm saying? You want me to call it? Okay. All right. Hang on. Let's pause this for get my Google Voice up because I'm not calling the motherfuckers from my phone. All right. I just don't know what's going on here. Like we had the fake Amber Alert and Tony's been rather quiet, but he did pop on a panel last night. And I was going to show you guys that after we went through this. Okay, so what's the number again?
This is crazy. This is so crazy, you guys.
I don't know if this is a joke, but they haven't replied to me.
This is crazy, CJK. Like, okay, we've had so many conversations, right, about the crazy shit that we get. You know, I mean, hell, it was just even a couple days ago that we were having conversations about how 85% of the stuff that we get over here anyway, I need more. I can't. I need. Yeah, you're showing me a steak. Okay, you're showing me a steak. I don't know if it's made out of hot dogs yet because we haven't cooked it. I need to cook it before I can tell if it's a hot dog steak. So that's why I need more. I need more to even because there's a lot of shit out there about being first. I don't give a fuck. There's plenty of shit I've had before other people and I don't care. It's about respecting the process. I consider myself like I do anybody, like we're journalists. There's certain things that certain what's the word? Certain there's a way to go about it,
Like
so
media ethics.
right. Yeah, media ethics, right. So when you hear this, you're like, "Wait, hold on a minute. This isn't good." You see all the shit that's going on out there already, and then you combine that with us 85% of the shit that would make the ticker go boom. It's like, hey, I need more. I need more. You're opening. Oh my lord, how are you gonna go through all those damn tips? Especially when the trolls know that they can. Hey, if it's create a fake email if you don't want us to know who you are. Yeah, you what?
Yeah, I thought I heard that wrong for a moment. I was like, yeah.
I'm just like, like it's just How are you gonna go through that many, right? And then listen to how they treat Jay. Like, please, after this is over, because we'll be chit chatting for. Please go show some love to this video, even if you need to hop out. Go hit the like on this video. Here's the link. Go hit the like on the video. Leave a trophy or a heart in the comment section. Show some love. Please hit the like here if you haven't yet either. And also, if you're not subscribed to True Crime Overtime with Rosie, please go sub up over there and hit the like and leave a heart or a trophy as well. And we will display that. Yeah, check out how she gets treated. This is fucking nuts.
They're like, who's taking anonymous tips?
What's up, Samantha?
And I'm like, y'all are. And I shared the thing an hour ago.
Floodgates
and they
for
have
trolls.
not responded. So here we go.
Here they come. Here they come.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Jay.
That's what you get when you call in to CJ's shows. Google Voice will try to leave your name. Hey, it's Samantha. Hey, what's up, Samantha? Trust me, we'll be opening the phone lines here. This is crazy. You're opening the floodgates for the fucking trolls, and I don't know how you can go through it. I don't.
Street town, dude.
Let me try a little bit of different music here. Let me know if you guys like this music in the background. Not that. That's not
The
part
Google
of it.
subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Sounds legit. No voicemail.
Ain't that crazy?
When
you can
people
leave
start
it.
accepting anonymous tips, I feel
You can leave it set up to have a voicemail too. I'm loving this background music.
Yeah.
like that's when law enforcement maybe should get involved. Yeah, they said just to text that number, not to call it. That number just texted me and said, sorry, I couldn't get to it fast enough. What can I do to help you, Jay? And I said, call me back.
They text her back, right?
I
This is
said,
crazy.
call me back.
They're opening the floodgates to trolls.
So I've got
man.
it open. If they call, it'll ring.
Oh,
So they said,
I can imagine the tips.
what is the
too.
purpose of your
Oh
call?
my gosh.
I said, I want to speak to who's manning this tip line. Please call me back. Do you have a tip? I said, maybe. Call me back.
This is crazy.
Weird.
So they
I
wanted
don't know
in
how it
writing?
works, to be honest with you.
Oh, hold on.
But you're basically saying that you
Go ahead, what?
No,
I'm
no,
not
it's just
calling
like,
it.
do they want the tip like only in writing? What?
No, no. You can call in, you can text it, and you can leave an email. They said if you want to be completely anonymous, then you can create a fake email.
Yeah.
They encourage you to create a fake email if you want to be completely anonymous, where they don't have your phone number. Like you still with the phone number with the text message, but if email, that's your real email. But they're basically saying if you want to be like completely anonymous, create a fake email. They're not saying create it, but when they say we'll accept it, that's like hinting, hey, you can create a fake email, because I don't know. It's crazy. I don't get it. Check this out, though. She has more of a conversation with him.
I don't know how that stuff works, to be honest with you. But you're basically saying that you can make money. You can still make money, but make it money, doing good.
They said, I don't feel like this is a legitimate caller with a tip and I'm very busy.
Unless you have there's ways like if you have a VPN and things like that, but there's always like a recovery. There's always something that is linked to link. But, their little agency or whatever, I don't even know what you want to call them, their little group, I doubt they have the capability to look that up, because they couldn't even. You had Tony thinking the fucking Amber Alert was real shit, yo. So I don't think that I don't think it's happening.
No.
I don't think they'd be able to see it. I just don't. All right, check this out. This is crazy.
Okay. This is what they're saying now. I pulled over. Hold up.
This is.
I pulled
crazy.
over. Hold on. Let's just call them back. They said they're only going to listen.
Just more weirdness.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Jay.
Shout out to Jay. I love her. I'm loving this music.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
They hung up on her, yo.
What?
They laughed.
The fuck?
Listen, I'm gonna mute the fucking music too. Hold on. Listen, you guys. Whoever it was went and hung up. Watch. They hung up.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
They laughed and hung up.
What the fuck?
It was like this. Hung up.
Yeah.
But they hung up before the finished. Listen to it again, you guys. They started to laugh.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She got caught off. Like, what? Like, what tip line hangs up on somebody, right?
Really? Who
Hello.
was that?
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Why'd you hang up?
This. 'Cause. 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 'C It's so sad.
She's not going to answer me now. She said, I'm not here to answer your questions. If you have a tip, let me know.
She got a text.
In
The
Gallatin?
Google subscriber.
She got a text. So, you see, she called first, and that shady shit happened. Nobody picked up. Text message. Sorry, I couldn't get to it quick enough, right? Is what they sent as a text message. And that's when they said, you know, what was the purpose of your call? And another text message. And then that's when she was like, do you have a tip? Maybe. You know, that was a text message exchange. So then she tried calling in and said, this is Jay. And then the person started to giggle, hung up, instantly sent a text message now while she was trying to call. So with Google, the Google Voice thing, right? It will still ring on your side, because what happens is it's ringing while it's, so when you call the number and you say it's CJ, it's ringing in my ear. When I pick it up, it's ringing the whole time. I'll pick it up, it'll say Google Voice call from it's CJ. Press 1 to accept or 2 to hang up. Then you hit that whole time it's ringing to you still. Okay? So it doesn't like stop ringing and all that other stuff. So what this person did is they had the thing in their ear. They listened to whose name it was and they declined it. So then the ring rings a couple times, doesn't get interrupted, but then goes to voicemail if they have it set up. So that person on the other end of the tip line was able to decline the call and then go to their text message part and send a text message to her while it was still ringing on her side. So that's why you still hear the ringing when it comes to the Google Voice stuff. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for hopping in. Sorry, you probably didn't get a notification because you know how YouTube is. But check this
Now
out.
she said, I'm not here to answer your questions.
See how it's still
let me
ringing?
know.
And she's like got a text
In Gallatin?
message.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after
See?
the tone.
Hi, is this Michaela? Is this Michaela? Or who is this? Gallatin. Call me back. If you're looking for Sebastian Rogers, call me back. Why would you hang up on somebody?
Right?
Why can't you give your first name?
That's calling a tip.
Was it a woman or a man? I couldn't even.
I couldn't tell either, but I could tell they started to laugh. What'd you think?
Why so aggressive though? I mean, yeah, I'm in shock.
It sounded to me like somebody started to laugh. And then the fact that you what if she did have a tip? You hung
Right.
up on somebody because they asked what your name was. How is that worth hanging up as a tip line when somebody asks who you are? Isn't that what you would normally say? Like if you're calling in something like that? I mean, if you're answering the phone from somebody you don't know, you're going to ask who it is. So when it's a situation is where you're calling in a tip line where somebody's calling you, they don't know who you are, you don't know who they, vice versa. Why wouldn't you say hi? Hell, if you're calling Walmart, I'm asking, hi, what, but if they're not saying their name, hi, what's your name? Make it more personable. Especially for somebody where you're asking for gratitude for their time to spend giving you information. Doesn't make sense. So it's like, what the hell are they doing? What the hell are they doing?
I don't know.
Makes no damn sense. What's up? Good morning, Cricket, Jesse, Casey. Screams bogus? Yeah. The weirdest. I mean, because they asked you what your name was. Let me see. Where was it? Just check it out again. Where was it?
She's not going to answer me now. She said, I'm not here to.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Once all the this is the crazy thing. This is why I put out that video a couple days ago about Tony, right? This is because when we listened to that conversation that came out, I think it was like on a Saturday or something. Right here. Sebastian Rogers, Tony, you didn't want to do, like he said in that interview, to be honest, you guys, I made it clear I didn't want to do it. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell? So then, because that's when I was like, what is the motivation for him to come out and spread all this dumb shit? You know, like, dude, you should know better. You should know better than to think that the Amber Alert was right. You should know better than to think that the stuff about Katie Proudfoot's mom being in contact with Sebastian, it's like, what the hell are you trying to do? And then when I heard him say it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. You want to be kicked off. That's why you're spewing all this bullshit, right? Because when, just like with what Stacy said, right? Once all the PIs left, that when Tony came in, that's when all the PIs took off. So how bad would Tony look if he backed out because he didn't want to do it anyway and it became a shit show? No, I bet you this is why he's collabing with Bullhorn Betty, because he wants to pass the torch of bullshit off to somebody else. Because as soon as he came in, everybody fucking left. So how bad would he look if he says, all right, guys, it's becoming too much bullshit, I'm going to back off? Well, Tony, when you came in, you made everybody else leave. If you would have never came in the first place, then maybe they'd still have Chloe and Heather and all these other people, right? Why is he collabing with Bullhorn Betty? I bet you because he wants to pass the torch of bullshit off to somebody else, so then he can say, hey, I'm backing out, guys, and then Bullhorn Betty's going to be the main focus as the person that has the team out there. That's the new spokesperson. Watch.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
He don't want no part. I guarantee you that's why it's been in town, Captain. It's been in town. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of people out there that smell these damn steaks and are like, damn, that steak smells so good. It's that tainted hot dog water. It's that tainted hot dog water. It's horrible. So we're gonna check that out. Shout out again, Jay for Justice. This is the video. See, I don't want to get a TikTok. I really don't. But man, I'm missing all these damn freaking TikTok lives. And it's driving me nuts. I'm trying not to get a TikTok. I really am. But damn, I'm missing all these damn lives. Here's one with Tony and Bullhorn Betty. Shout out Jay for Justice. I'll drop a link again in chat, but I am going to display it because we already have it saved. But here's the link for the video. And you got time. Go jump over there real quick. Hit the like, leave a heart or a trophy. And we're going to check this out. It's about 40 minutes or so. And then we'll open up the phone lines for a little bit, take a couple calls if you guys want to call, talking about the Sebastian case. And then after that, we're going to switch to some Micah Miller and more as we hang out through this afternoon. So there's her link again. Have I seen the post? Yes. Yeah, we went through those a minute ago. The torch of bullshit, right? Hey, I need to, you know what? Let me make a torch of bullshit little cartoon guy for you, like we have the hot dog steak. Because I think the hot dog steak guy right here, right? Doesn't his left hand look perfect, like it's missing holding a trophy of bullshit in its hand? It does, don't it?
Yeah.
The one hand is open for whatever, the other one's taken up from a hot dog steak. But I look at his hand; it's missing. It is missing a trophy of bullshit in its hand. Yep, coming soon. Coming soon. So will the T-shirt. All right, so here's the video, and we're gonna check this out. This is the circus been in town, yo. Unfortunately, it quit being about Sebastian a long ass time ago, and that's what we talked about a few weeks ago, me and the Angels. It's like, yo, it ain't even about Sebastian no more. Quit entertaining the other shit. Let's just focus on what the updates are, if there is any. And there's a lot of other loved ones out there that need attention as well.
Here we go.
Got big plans this weekend?
No, not really. I'm just trying to get the car back. Once the car gets back, I'll be heading that way. Once I know for sure.
Okay, I don't know why it's echoing. Is that... I hope it doesn't do that on the whole... I hope not. Do I need to turn it down, maybe? Yeah, it's like echoing like crazy.
Make sure this car is perfect. I'm not taking it anywhere until I'm comfortable.
Let me turn it down.
I got everything arranged for your meeting with Seth.
Awesome.
All ready to go.
Perfect.
He said he'd be glad to be able to.
No,
Yep.
Demons.
Perfect.
Demons. I hope there's no echo the
I
whole
know what
time.
your plans are, so.
I'm sure straight do.
Wow. Dude, she is all ready for this fucking attention, you guys. This, oh my lord. What the hell is going on? This poor kid. I know what you're about to do. I don't understand, Rosie. I don't get it. What the hell? What the hell? I don't. What the hell? Like, I mean, you guys know what the hell. You guys, I don't know. Are you familiar with BHB, Rosie?
Not very. A little bit.
Well, I started watching her when I started getting into true crime YouTube. About 6 years ago or so. 5 years ago, somewhere around there. I started coming across her channel, and I didn't spend a lot of time over there, but I did spend some time because I was watching. What was it? What was the case before Quentin Simon? That she was covering. I can't remember what it was, but I was watching and I was just like, is this how they do it? Because she was with Dolly. She was with somebody else, right? And yes, talks very loud, mythical. very fucking loud. Like very fucking loud. Also, I mean, the name Bullhorn, right?
Yeah.
Dude, like, and this is why, so like when I went down there to search, I didn't spend much time on the street. You know, I drove down there a couple times where Sebastian lived. A couple times, that was it. A lot of the time that I spent was out searching. Excuse me. This, because it's about the, like, it's not the neighbor's fault, okay? It's not the neighbor's fault that something happened, okay? Like that whole block, the whole neighborhood, the community, whatever. When you have a fucking bullhorn and you're screaming shit, I don't give a fuck if it's 9 in the morning, 9 at night, fucking 3 o'clock. It doesn't matter. It's not the neighbor's fault. It's not the neighbor's fault. So I see why. I mean, you're just like, you're not only like, the people they're already worried, so they're emotional. Then you're getting them even more pissed off at the house of the location of the attention. And then you're getting the other neighbors pissed off with the other neighbors because they might be allowing that person to be on their lawn, or they're already agitated from hearing shit, and so they might even be snipping back at each other, and then eventually it's just that mucky water. Just like the Amber Alert call, I didn't have to spend too much time invested in it to see what the outcome is gonna be. What Tony should know, I don't know. It's, you know what? I bet you Tony is like the University of Idaho, and Bullhorn Betty is like the University of Phoenix online, and they're making a deal.
Yeah.
Like if anybody that pays attention to Idaho 4, maybe you'll get the metaphor. Like, Tony is the University of Idaho, and Bullhorn Betty is the University of Phoenix online. And they're gonna work together.
It's a good metaphor.
That's yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I hope this don't echo. What's up, Nina? Thank you for saying hi over there on Rosie's channel. Appreciate it. Again, if you're not subbed to True Crime Overtime with Rosie, please do. And also, we'll be doing my first sports show tonight over at the lounge. And over there, we also do chill back, watch movies, shows, play games. And we'll be starting to do just a whatever kind of show, world events and stuff like that too, where we just talk about other stuff than the true crime. So if you want to go check that out too, I'll be over there doing my first sports show tonight over there at the lounge. All right, fingers crossed. I hope it's just the intro. I hope it doesn't echo, but let me know if I need to turn it up. I figure if I turn the audio down, it might help with not make the echo so prominent. Just let me know. Let me know in chat.
You're talking about this evening, right?
Yeah.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
I'll just in my latte.
I should have said that off the record, right?
Oh my lord!
I was just talking coffee.
Oh my lord!
Oh, great. Great.
He's like, yeah.
Everybody in chat. I see you guys. I hope you guys are doing wonderful this evening.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Let me skip ahead.
And sometimes people gauge my reputation incorrectly.
Okay, that's not too bad. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm the nicest person in the world.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's just the
Her
intro.
husband's for
Okay.
or this far into the case.
I want you to have an opportunity for you to explain your stance on the case and how you got there and what you like about this, what you don't like about it, you know, that kind of thing.
Right. Well, I think really my problem with this case is the amount of questions that I still have this far into the case. You know, we don't have really.
Oh, my lord. I still have a lot of questions in this case. No shit, because we don't even know what direction he left the fucking house, Sherlock.
Right.
Oh my lord. Okay. Here we go. Tony knows what's he's passing the torch of bullshit.
Any good background information. I mean, just from out the gate, you know, was Sebastian Rogers overstimulated the night before, and did it cause problems for him? You know, well, was the 3-hour conversation that Katie had with Chris, is that normal and customary? Something that
All she had to do was watch some YouTube shows of the people that have already been out there, and they can answer those questions for you. You don't have to ask Tony. Is it odd to have a 3-hour conversation the night even? Well, fuck yeah, it is. I mean, fuck yeah, it is. So many questions. Yeah, we have a lot of questions too, because we don't, like I said, we don't even know what fucking direction he left the house. Oh my lord. What? And she needs to get her truck fixed to go out there too. Rosie. That eye roll. I'm sorry. I noticed that. I don't know if anybody else wasn't supposed to.
You weren't supposed to.
Woo! That eye roll. Oh, same thing. That's why I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God. All right.
they do every night, because if it's normal and customary, it's not a big deal. If it's not, and it only happened this night, it could be a huge deal. What was Katie's demeanor like when the cops were at the house that morning? You know, all these things we don't have. And then we couple those with the behaviors of the parents. You know, you got Seth out in the woods looking for his son. You would assume that the other, you know, half of the family would also be by his side out in the woods. And despite them coming to media at the beginning saying that they work together, you know, they all get along, this, that, and the other, but clearly out the gate, nobody was helping.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I have a tough time believing, again, just my opinion, I have a tough time believing that with the situation that we've been told time and time again their marriage was in, that it's normal to have a 3-hour conversation.
Yeah, it's just really weird. I did talk to some truckers, and they say
Do we not have 3-hour conversations with people we might not even know? I mean, well, I heard before that it's normal for married people to have 3-hour conversation. I would hope you have 3-hour
Yeah.
conversation. It's like, where are we? Oh, I hope there's no people that are gonna run into rocks. You know, people. Oh my lord! I see where the misinfo sheep get it from. It just trickles down. It just trickles down. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! This is. I feel so bad.
Their long distance relationship with their husband, that they are normal and customary speaking to their husbands for several hours in the evening or during the day at one sitting. But it's, again, something that happens every single day or on a set schedule. It's definitely not something that they would do one week and not do another week. So it's definitely something that needs to be looked at. And the other question I have is, why did it take them 8 days to come to the media about Sebastian's story and case, and why it seems to coincide when the case publicly shifted and these search efforts were pulled back and they started entertaining the possibility of foul play. You know, these things are coincidental to me, and I don't believe in coincidence.
That's real investigative work, you guys. Can you hear that mental in action? You know, this is like let me help her out a little bit. Okay. Usually, let's see, there's a lot of missing children out there, okay? And I know the circumstances were a little odd. But see, the circumstances don't become a little odd and the story doesn't get picked up from major media until it gets a little odd, right? And what do you need for it to be a little odder than a little odd? You need a few days. So if 7, 8 days go by and then people are reaching out to national media, of course they're going to pick up on it. Are they going to pick up on it the first day? Very slim chance, because look at the statistics. How many children go missing every minute, right? In this country. So, right? They're talking about all these other things. Now, will they jump on it when 7, 8 days go by and you mix that with a little bit of odd? Oh, hell yeah, they're going to jump on it then. Bullhorn. Yo. It just... Lord.
Incidences in cases like this. So those are other questions. Again, all comes back to all these questions we know nothing about this late in the game.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. And you guys, you guests in here tonight, feel free to ask Betty any questions. She is very analytical. She's very fact-based.
I'm analytical. That's not analytics. That's not analytics. See, if you're analytical, it's like the tiles that I talk about, how there's like thousands of tiles in my mind constantly, like mouse traps. Once they catch something, it flops up and flips over, and it's like, oh, hey, I noticed this and I noticed this. That's what I'm saying, right? That's analytics, because analytics, you're using numbers and statistics to then almost have like some sort of an AI where you're projecting a generated outcome of whatever it is. That's what analytics is. You're using numbers and statistics to project future. What the hell is analytical about what we just heard, though? There's still a lot of questions. I want to know why it took 8 days. Well, it's when you're thinking in analytics, do you not already just put into consideration what I came up with, and then that becomes a possibility? And then when you're looking at the probability of all the news stories and the major news and how they cover stuff and how they don't, and then you take into consideration the statistics of how many children go missing every minute in this country, and then you put all that together and you mix it up analytically, and then you go, oh, it's not even a question because I already know the fucking answer, so why am I wasting my time? That's analytics.
That's basic logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. He's gonna pass the torch to her. And I don't know, like, isn't it sad? When I was there from the beginning, you guys, it would have never even I feel bad because it never even would have got even close to what it's been. And I can't wait for the one family that gives me the opportunity to coordinate and do these things and be a spokesperson, because I'm telling you right now, like, it's going to be nothing but 150 piece positivity and progress, respect about the right thing, doing the right way, but also asking the questions that need to be asked. Like Chris Dingham for Riley Strain's family. That's what I would be. You see the passion that he has, you see the effectiveness of the efforts and all the, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if they want to see my resume, they can see my resume and see what the fuck I was doing. It all coordinating massive amounts. It's too bad. Shout out to that one family in the future that gives me the opportunity. Oh, thank you so much. Hold on 1 second. It'll happen one day, and then it'll happen even more after that, because they'll see the effort that I give and the results that we can get without any of this bullshit. Heather Cameron, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months, and that kitty just chilling. Just chilling. Thank you so much for the contribution. Thank you for being a member. And if you are a member, you can go check out the latest rainstorm that we got dumped on when we went out to Delphi on Friday, and the reason why I was sick yesterday and couldn't do my shows. So there you go. Enjoy that one. Yeah, enjoy that one. All right, here we go. Back to oh my Lord.
The analytics.
Yes, here we analytics, right, Rosie?
Yeah.
Analytics.
It's clearly not her first rodeo, so if
okay, it's echoing again. Maybe it's YouTube. Let me refresh. We're at 446. I'm not doing this shit.
I got everything arranged for you.
I can't do this echo shit, man. This echo shit's too much.
Well, absolutely. We're not going to have any baloney in the chat tonight. So
baloney in the what? Baloney in the shed?
Chat.
Baloney in.
To ask Betty any questions, she is very analytical. She's very fact-based. It's clearly not her first rodeo. So, please be respectful. Absolutely. We're not going to have any baloney in the chat tonight. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm the nicest person in the world until you get into my crawl, and then I'm just not a nice person anymore, and everybody complains. But just remember, you did it to yourself.
Can we say your famous line? What you say to people when they get out of line? I mean, I guess we
Don't
can.
be a dick.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's a good thing I didn't eat, because I would have puked in my mouth a little bit right there. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay, we got to keep going. I apologize.
we can all just follow the cardinal rule. I think we'll all be okay here on social media.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for Betty, I mean, just about opinions, obviously, because we're not investigators.
Right.
And,
yeah, I'm a very opinionated person, but I really try hard to get, there's a lot of stuff I don't say. There's a lot of stuff I don't talk about that is in my back of my head, and I'm just waiting for something to corroborate it, or, just something to push it over the line where I can talk about it in a more factual approach. I don't like gossip. I don't like, rumors and stuff like that. I mean, they're good, but they're not good. I like to be able to corroborate the rumors, so we're just not peddling horrible stuff. So I try to bring it back to the basics when it comes to this case. And the bottom line is we're all assuming, and this comes out of the right out of Chris Proudfoot's mouth. They are assuming that he walked out the door. They didn't physically see him go out the door. They are assuming that he walked out the door, but what they're failing to do is to assume the other side of that. What if he didn't walk out the door, and what does that assumption mean to Katie and Chris? And they're not answering that. They're avoiding it altogether, which to me is suspicious.
Very, very, yeah. I mean, and I think that Seth has been pretty public about until today, where he was blessed with a longer conversation today. The only thing that they had told him factual was that they had no evidence that he ever walked out the door.
Yeah. And we learned that up front because when this was just a missing person case, obviously they were looser with the gums than they are today because this is not a normal missing person case. And one of the things that the media were able to do is speak directly with the searchers. And there was one searcher that says that in his 20 or 30 years of searching, he's never not found anything. And that was the situation that was at I remember this because I remember watching it with.
Who is that fucking good to be 100%? Who is that good? Do you guys know who she's talking about? Because I don't know who in the fuck she's talking about. Who in the fuck is that good to be 100%? He has never not found anything. Oh, a lot of people are getting blocked for asking questions, Cricket. Who in the hell is that good?
Nobody.
Oh my gosh, everlasting. I mean, I'd always heard the rumors. You know what I mean? Who knows? Rumors are rumors. People love to talk. But, whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Whatever makes you happy. Except for things that are illegal, right? But whatever makes you happy, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Don't tell me how to live mine. We're good. Don't tell me what to like, and I'm going to tell you what to like. They will be good. I don't know. It ain't. I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. Because whatever they got going on ain't none of my concern. I really don't care. Captain, that's true, right? Yeah, she is, Mishy. Damn straight. Y'all are good. Like, y'all think, oh my God. Y'all think that, for anybody that doesn't know, y'all think it's been a shit show? Just wait. That's why I said Tony's passing on the torch of bullshit, because he didn't want to do this shit in the first place. He has nobody else to pass the torch to because he got rid of them all. He's just trying to give it to somebody. And, oh my Lord. There's even more drama going out there with content creators and the families. You know what I mean? You guys haven't heard that. There's even more. I feel so bad. It's not happening.
With my own eyes. And I remember watching it live. And it was one of the searchers that was out there. He had been doing this for a long time, couldn't find anything. Even stated that in my 30 years, I think he said 20, 30 or 33, something like that, years of his experience, he's never not found anything. And this is one that's really got him perplexed or something to that effect.
And then Chris makes the comment that this is going to be a case they're going to be talking about in studies for years or something to that effect. Did you hear that?
I heard him say something, and then I also heard him, because in every conversation they talk out of both sides of their mouth. So, and we're just now finding out that, Chris believes that, if we just took all the noise away, this would just be a simple case of a child running away. No big deal.
So I guess the noise means critical thinking, right?
That's what I'm assuming. But I did find out Chris must watch me because he had a lot to say about me on another podcaster or another crap channel's interview where they gave him soft questions and wanted to talk about soda pop and drinks and stuff like that. It must be nice having a missing child and going on to talk about a child and never actually talking about the child, which is another problem I have.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you hear him really talk about Sebastian? I mean, forget the mom because she doesn't talk at all, but...
Oh, she was talking in this one too, but she didn't bring up her son's name either.
Yeah, I noticed that. Is that what we're calling those now, crap channels?
Well, it's this particular channel that really got it in the pooper, and not only that, but I just a just a crap person.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I love about Betty, guys, is she is here for Sebastian, and she has made that very clear from day one. I've had a lot of private conversations with her, and the focus of those conversations is always about bringing this boy home. So, it doesn't take long to see where her heart is, for sure.
Yeah, and I've gone over maps, and I want to get back to the mapping. We've now, I feel like we're finally getting this ship corrected, where people are starting to focus back on these interviews, and they're pulling a lot of good stuff out of them. That Evil Exists has really been on top of some of these interviews and catching those aha moments and mistakes that Katie is making. I'd like to see more people doing those things, because we had an idea of what could have taken place, whether it goes from, depending on your theory, from abduction to something more nefarious and more in the realm of foul play. But either way we look at either one of those, we have to decide whether this boy went out of this house willingly or unwillingly. And everything that we're seeing is showing an unwilling participant, because we have all shoes there. We have, there's nothing really supporting the fact that he willingly walked out by himself. And I started talking and unearthing another theory of mine related to whether his disabilities would actually allow him to walk out of the house. He has sensory issues. It was very cold that night. Would he be able, with his sensory issues, to walk out there in that bitter cold without shoes on? There's just a lot of.
She's going to have content for days. She's going to have content for days, because what do you think's been talked about for 3 months? Oh, boy. What has been talked about for 3 months already? This shit. Oh boy.
A lot of things that I have questions about, but it all comes back to, why do we not have the answers to these very simple questions 3 months into the case? And that, to me, is very problematic.
Well, and I have a high functioning autistic child that's very close to our family. And, they're they want to be in situations where they feel comfortable, which is why we talk about overstimulation. Mm-hmm. So do we really believe that walking out in the middle of the night in the dark would be especially with no shoes, would be a comfortable situation?
It's a shock to the system, and that's the one thing that I'm learning, that you should not have in autistic children. They're not spontaneous. Exactly. Everything they have to know. They even ask questions generally about everything you're going to do when you've already told them what you're going to do, because they just want to know and understand and feel comfortable. Yeah, and I've talked to, I think I've talked to enough people that I have a good understanding that, no autistic child is really identical to another autistic child as well. I mean, they all have their little quirks. They all have their little needs. They all have their structure that needs to be catered to them specifically. So I'm finding out with all these stories, and while they've been very, very helpful, each person is very much unique with this autism and how they're engaged on the spectrum.
Yeah, I agree. So y'all show Betty some love down in the group chat down there. She just, like I said, she's a phenomenal human. So Betty, what are your thoughts about all these bad actors that are attacking Seth in the worst time of his life?
Phenomenal human. What? Listen to this question. Phenomenal human being, y'all. What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. I gotta drink coffee, Tiffany, because I've been up since 1 a.m. doing with these storms and shit, and being sick yesterday and sleeping all day and I need coffee right now because really, it's almost like it's 8 o'clock at night for me right now, considering what time I woke up. So it's 2 in the afternoon, and it's feeling like it's 8. So damn straight, I'm drinking coffee, and I'll probably need to make more because somehow in between, I got to fit in a little teeny nap because I got to do my sports show tonight. Because I'm all ready to do this sports show stuff again. If you're into sports or you just want to hang out with the fam, we watch movies, TV shows, a bunch of other things over there too. And I'm going to be introducing some music stuff too. So there's the link for that if you want to go sub up over there. Be doing my first sports show over there tonight. Live calling. All right. Oh my gosh. Phenomenal human being.
What are your thoughts about all these bad actors that are attacking Seth in the worst time of his life? I mean, how do you feel about all that?
Well, there's several things that I have to say about that. First of all, I do have a reputation, and sometimes people gauge my reputation incorrectly. But I have never, in the history of me working on anything, ever accused an innocent person. People out here make mistakes. There's not one person I've met that has not made mistakes in their life. So
what kind of mistakes? Oh, some mistakes like some other people those are pretty big mistakes because there's some punishments to those big punishments to those mistakes. What do you mean? Oh, so what? I did this and I was arrested. It is what it is, right? So what? I was arrested.
when we start talking and start pointing fingers at innocent people that had nothing to do with their child's disappearance, I think it's pretty low, because we don't know what it's like, and only a parent that has lost a child would know what this is like. And no matter what you've done in your past, it doesn't change the love that you have for your child. It needs to stop. We need to focus on the real information, finding out where he's gone, who was the last one to see him, why are they not more forthcoming, why are they running away from home, why are they acting so suspicious. It's not Seth we need to be focusing on in this case. Now, after this case, if you want to beat him up, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but by all means. But while we're in this case, our focus is Sebastian Rogers, and we know for a fact Seth Rogers.
By all means? What?
Information, finding out where he's gone, who was the last one to see him, why are they not more forthcoming, why are they running away from home, why are they acting so suspicious. It's not Seth we need to be focusing on in this case. Now, after this case, if you want to beat him up, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but by all means. But while we're in this case,
I wouldn't recommend it, but by all means. What the fuck, dude? For real?
Yeah. That's what she said.
And who is she gonna be working with? Fucking Seth, man. Oh boy. That's the person she's gonna be. Hey, I mean, if you're gonna beat him up, do I think it? No, but hey, by all means. What does that fucking mean, people? It means, hey, if you want to do it, go ahead.
Yeah.
She's like, I wouldn't do it, but if you want to, by all means. Oh my lord. This is fucking nuts.
I don't even really know what to say.
He doesn't even see this shit coming. He doesn't even see it coming, and that's, dude, you don't even have to have me part of your team. You could watch these shows and see what the fuck's coming, dude. You know, like, you don't even have to like have me on your team. You can watch the conversations we have about this stuff. That's knowledge right there. Like, like, oh my lord.
Our focus is Sebastian Rogers, and we know for a fact Seth Rogers had nothing, and I mean nothing to do with it. He is the only one that's been out there searching, the only one posting flyers.
So why are you saying by all means when it comes to whooping his ass, Betty? Listen again.
You have for your child.
Wow.
It needs to stop. We need to focus on the real information, finding out where he's gone, who was the last one to see him, why are they not more forthcoming, why are they running away from home, why are they acting so suspicious. It's not Seth we need to be focusing on in this case. Now, after this case, if you want to beat him up, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but by all means. But while we're in this case, our focus is Sebastian Rogers, and we know for a fact Seth Rogers had nothing, and I mean nothing to do with it. He is the only one that's been out there searching, the only one posting flyers, the only one that has taken a public polygraph test, the only one that has really put weight behind, for anybody.
Who gives a fuck if the dude took a how about a polygraph from a fucking law enforcement? Who gives a fuck about the public fucking polygraph? That's part of an argument? Well, you know who took a public what? Since when did a public polygraph become so fucking crucial? I feel so bad for Sebastian, man. The shit ain't right. Not, let alone anybody but a fucking child, man. This shit ain't right. This shit is not right. Go the fuck home, you know? Go the fuck home.
Yeah, this is making it worse, much worse. I mean,
it's not right, Stacy.
yeah.
I feel so bad. Sorry, guys. We still got 25 more minutes of it.
To be focusing on anything to do with Seth is misguided, and you have to ask yourself, why are they misguiding people in this when it has nothing to do with it? We have so much work to do here. It's a distraction to be focusing on Seth at this stage.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I just think that there are, and I've said it time and time again, you know, I'm not a content creator. You certainly are, and there's dozens of other ones, whatever the platform may be. And I think when you go to bed at night, you've got to ask yourself, what exactly is it that you're using your platform for? Is it just to make money? Is it to help, you know, families that are going through tough times? I mean, what exactly are you using that platform for?
Exactly. And I got to tell you, for people that are out here new, because one of the things that I didn't understand social media. When I was brought into social media, I was kind of forced into it, so to speak, because I was active, you know, I was advocating for a girl in my community that came home, you know, obviously the Gabby Petito case. I had no knowledge of social.
She was not forced in it. Oh my lord, dude. You know what, Rosie? It sucks that you were forced to get on YouTube and talk true crime. It sucks that you were forced to do that.
Complete injustice. Yeah.
Right. That's right. Who in the hell is forced?
social media. It was just the work we do that kind of polarized what we do. And next thing you know, we were being attacked right and left. So, this channel that I built to help and advocate for people was being sucked into an area and going down a path that I did not want it to go down because I was being sucked into the drama. And it's took me 3 years to unplug from that and to be focused where we need to be focused. What the whole channel was built on to begin with took us 3 years to get here because we allowed other people to detour us from our focus. And so I find that a lot of new people out there get sucked into the same thing where they're so busy trying to fight to have their voice heard that they turn into the people that they're fighting against. So it's just one of those things I wish everybody would, when we have these cases, look at these cases analytically, look at the bad actors and point the fingers at the right people. Because for me, I will work with a bum. I will work with a Skid Row junkie. I will work with anybody that wants to find their family member that is lost. I do not judge. If they had nothing to do with the crime, I'm willing to work with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're innocent in life. What matters is that they're innocent in the situation.
Right.
And we know for a fact, you gave some reasons that you felt like that Seth was not involved in addition to the video footage of him being at work till 7:30 that morning. So
exactly.
There's zero chance that he's involved. And, I've said it since day one. I mean, if we're going to have Nancy Grace do a polygraph, then, let's pull them all three in and let's have the same polygrapher do all three of them. And then let's establish a baseline from there.
Yes. And the thing is I don't, obviously this is just speculating. It has no relevance. It's not true. I don't want anybody thinking it is. I really, truly don't believe Chris ever took his polygraph. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't believe that Katie would have passed her polygraph either, unless they were highly trained to do so, or they studied up on it before they took it. I just don't believe it with the information that we have.
There is no information. We don't fucking know either or. We don't even know the direction that he left, how he left. Like, there's nothing. What information?
That is so irresponsible, though. What? Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to believe what they want. It's like, it's becoming, it's like I said about Idaho 4 like a year ago. There was people that would be coming up talking about this theory and that theory, and you hear it for like the last 6 fucking months, and it's people would get mad at me because I'm sitting there going, it's the same theory I've heard for 6 months. Like, we could talk about all of these different theories based off of non-information. Of course it could be true. That's why I came up with the water cooler. I'm not standing there. I'm not part of the investigation, and I'm not even in the damn building to even run across somebody that's in the investigation at the fucking water cooler to hear some chit chat, because that's where shit gets talked about in the background is at the water cooler. Hey, let me get away from my desk and take a 3-minute walk to go get some water, and hopefully I'll run into somebody and we'll catch a conversation for 5 minutes, and then I can go back and get back to my work at my desk. Hello? That's the conversations I'm talking about. I mean, is the situation sus? But yeah, it is. But to sit there and say, oh, I know for a fact she didn't pass that polygraph. We don't fucking know. The only thing that I've heard is that they have. I've heard everybody has. I've heard everybody has from everybody that fucking took a polygraph.
Yeah.
Seth, Chris, and Katie both all stated everybody passed the polygraph. What information is she talking about? From another show that doesn't vet their shit?
Well, that is where drama comes from. That's how it grows.
It's like, what? Like, there's some real investigative work going on over there. Come on now. Yeah, this is it not displayed? Yeah, it's on the screen. It says Tony and BHB Convo, J for Justice. Maybe some people are just listening to the audio. It's on the screen for you guys. And maybe there's people that just listen to it. I don't know.
The simplest information, the simplest factual information doesn't make sense. And there's no way she could ever pass a polygraph test that says she did not witness or see abuse of her son.
Right. Yeah, we know that for sure.
Right. And that's the reason why I don't think she passed her polygraph or it was inconclusive, because I don't see how she could pass that portion of her polygraph. And if she...
Why? Because, I mean, I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Wasn't the CPS call that was called out there reportedly from the CPS? I know we've went into discussions about CPS and how it's bullshit. But when it's being reported that it was a false report, and what other report has there been regarding Sebastian and abuse inside the home? So how could that be a lie on a polygraph if the one instance that was there was determined to, according to the CPS, would be sealed because it was closed because it was found on, quote, non-factual information? So how is that a lie? I don't know where she's... Hopefully it doesn't say investigations on the hat.
Yeah, because it's not like she actually has a basis to say any of that. I mean, everyone's...
And, you know, I don't care what she does in her personal life. I don't give a shit. But when I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Tony and I'm listening to this, and it's like, why do you have all these questions? Is this the first time you're talking to Tony? Didn't you talk to Tony before and Tony answer some of these questions for you? Because I'm pretty sure that you probably asked him, right? If you're going to be getting to be part of the team, don't you want to catch up to speed when you're obviously behind? You're going to ask the main man the main questions. So
one would hope.
I don't understand why they're even being asked in the first place. And so then I have to sit there and go, all right, if there's analytics and there's investigation, well, then what is it? Because it sounds to me like it's just a bunch of promotion. There's no, like, I don't know. There's still a little bit left. We'll see. I don't know, Tiffany. I don't know anybody. No, LG. Because if you had to resubscribe, it means that YouTube is being buggy, because once you're blocked from me, I rarely ever go unblock your ass. So LG, it's just YouTube, because I'm just being honest. Once you get blocked from my ass, like I said, I give 150 or 0. I rarely go away from the 0 once I get to that point. So I don't know why people would even ask, like, if they're coming into this show, did something happen? No. Because if something did, you wouldn't be able to come in and say that shit no more.
She would have had to tell the truth, and there should have been enough for probable cause or an arrest for abuse.
Yeah, and you know, let's talk about the PCA for a minute that had to have been obtained to go search the landfills.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you like to be able to see what was in those PCAs? I mean, you can't get those just by saying that the trash can was a little heavy.
No, there's definitely more. There's more involved. I feel like
You couldn't? You couldn't get a PCA? Dude, why do you say that? Why do they say that you can, a grand jury can even indict a ham sandwich? Because you don't need shit. You don't need shit. What do you mean, Tony? An LE officer couldn't go to a missing child's house and then take a statement from the the garbage person saying that the garbage was extraordinarily heavy that morning? That's not good enough to go investigate a fucking landfill? What more do you fucking need to go investigate a landfill? Like, seriously, when you have you have garage people saying the garbage was extra heavy that morning, you have a fucking missing child the night before, I would think that any judge would go, you know what, I think it's a good idea to go search the fucking landfill.
Yeah, because that's what probable cause is.
Oh my lord, these are investigations. Alrighty. It's another part of those. It's all about Sebastian. It's all about Sebastian. Yep.
Right.
there was something that triggered them. I mean, the probable cause is a lower burden, but it's still, you still have to have something. You can't use it for a fishing expedition, and I don't see how they would have gotten a warrant without having some legitimate information there, you know?
Sure.
And what was that legitimate information? Was it the fact that they saw maybe some red like substance on the outside of the trash bin? Or was it because there was a terror?
If there, oh my lord, dude, this is so crazy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if there was some red substance on a fucking trash bin, don't you think that would have been some direction of, oh my god.
We would have had a crime scene by now. Yeah.
I gotta say a little prayer every now and then because this is I don't know how much more I can take of this. If you guys have seen this already, let me know. If it's more of this shit, I'm about done. I'm about done. The oh my lord. If this is where the people that are going to be leading, if this is where they're at, you know, the purpose of searching and the purpose of doing what we're doing is to make up for time lost. Okay? We're trying, that's why we push so hard, that's why we give it so much energy. It's because we're trying to make up for time lost because they're still missing. Okay? When the people at the top are back, they're not even in the back seat. They're like 20 fucking cars behind. And when you're trying to make up lost time and somebody's 20 fucking cars behind, If it's listen, is it more of the same? Because I really on. I mean, we can. I don't know. I keep having to pause it because it's like
Yeah.
you gotta talk about it. At the same time, it's getting to the point where I'm like, every time there's just I gotta say a little prayer because poor Sebastian.
Yeah, of course.
And honestly, if it's just promotion and more, I got questions from fucking 2.5, 3 months ago that demand like, yo, I, I'm sorry you're that far behind. Um, it's painful, Jana. You're right. It's I just I'm I just about had it with I'm just this is like I said, it's obvious Tony is trying to pass off
Yep.
the torch of bullshit to Betty because he already didn't want to be part of it. He made it clear from the beginning. He didn't want to be part of it. And now it's to the point where he's just throwing a bunch of shit out there because he knows that it's going to create a lot of drama, a lot of misinformation, and he wants to back the fuck away too. And unfortunately, everybody left when he came in because he wanted everybody to be fucking gone because he wanted to be the main, the main dude. And I I don't know. It just I can't I can't listen to that shit. But I want to listen to it if there's more to it.
People are saying it's the same.
The
I've
thing.
seen two people say. Yeah, two people have said it goes on the same. I don't know.
Forget it. Here's the link to it. J for Justice. Go show her some love on the video. I'm not saying I won't finish it or we won't finish it in another show, but I ain't finishing this shit today. I've had enough. I can't. This poor Sebastian, man.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Not cool. All right. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. So we'll switch to the Micah Miller stuff here in a second. But if you do want to call, you're more than welcome. If you'd like to, if you want to talk about for a minute now, if you're gonna be disrespectful, it's just like the big heart and the big boot. I'll beat your ass. I don't give a fuck. It's about being respectful. We explore all theories, thoughts, and opinions, but we don't tolerate bullshit and disrespect. So it is what it is. But if you want to call, you're more than welcome to 330-510-1110. And then if I'm going to get the other stuff here set up to discuss this Micah Miller stuff. Now, there's a video I'm going to show you guys in the beginning that discusses about wondering if the AI was used. So I wanted to play that for you guys because it's pretty shocking. And then we're going to listen to it a little bit. We're going to check out some other videos. I want to see what you guys think. I'm going to make a poll out of it once we start getting into it. I don't want you to vote yet, so I'm not going to have it up yet. But once we get into the conversation, we start comparing it, then I'll put the vote out there or the poll to see to see if you guys want to.
Jana.
Oh, hello.
Hey, CJ.
Hey.
Long time no talk.
Hey, what's up, Jana? How are you?
It's Jana.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah. I just wanted to say the drama that Tony has brought to this case is absolutely embarrassing. It's not only embarrassing for Sebastian Rogers, but it's also embarrassing for Caleb Harris, and it's detrimental to both cases.
That's a good point. That's a
the
very good
fact-
point. Can you
Hear
hear me?
me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
The fact that anyone want to associate with him, given that they have seen the misinformation that he's put out, like the fake Amber Alert that he didn't properly vet on and put out on TikTok Live and replayed, and then kind of shut down. And people were like, "That doesn't sound like an Amber Alert."
Right.
He still's like, "Oh, well, it sounds like an Amber Alert to me." And then Stephen Crabtree came forward and admitted that he had put forward some misinformation, and of course, Tony can't accept that. So he's got to literally double down on that information. He is looking for a fall guy. I know someone that said they told Tony, asked him, "Do you want to be my next fall guy?" And the vigil. And
what? Hold on.
That vigil as like a meet and greet.
Hold on. The last vigil where they had the bike ride and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
The one
Okay,
that he
what'd
was
you
there
just
for.
say? He said what? He said what?
He asked someone if they wanted to be his next fall guy.
What? Were you there when he said that, or how do you know this?
I was confirmed, like it's somebody that I trust, because it was confirmed independently from like another person that was already a fall guy.
That was already a fall guy?
Yeah.
Is it a male or a female?
Male.
A male?
Yeah.
The one that, you don't have to say it if you don't, if it'll give away whatever, but I know some dude just backed away very, very recently that had met him recently.
Very recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. And it's just the fact that I feel like anybody that is voluntarily going in and joining part of this team is clearly wanting to lose any credibility they ever had in the true crime community. And they are doing exactly what Tony is doing, which is chasing clout and chasing his time on a television screen and in front of a TikTok girl, going on live. And you go to Facebook, look up help find Harley Morris, Harley, Facebook page. Just look at who the admins are. Might be a little shocked.
Harley Morris, and look at the admins of the Facebook group.
Yeah, of Help Find Harley Morris.
Help Find Harley Morris. Okay. Would you be able to I would like to talk to that person because I'm kind of curious. Because I smell the hot dog steaks before I guess other people. So I would like to I would like to talk to this person. You know my info if you want to let them know.
I can put you in contact with them.
Yeah. I'd like to talk with them. Cuz that's what I feel is going on.
By this, by Tony and what he's done. And there was drama in this. There was so much drama in this case already, and then to come in and act like you're this person that's going to try to unify the two families and get them to work together, and you're here for this mission to work on behalf of Sebastian. It's just seriously, Tony, you've been interested since the Idaho case, and you got really heavily involved in the Gabby Petito case. It's like, according to you, and that's when you started getting really into true crime. And I think you just used these people's tragedies, latched on, and said, "I'm gonna use it to my advantage."
I mean, that's what it seems like's going on. Like, because when we heard that TikTok, like where we covered it a few days ago, and it was from the previous, I think, weekend or something. Uh, you heard him say that he said, "I made it very clear I did not wanna be a part of this." And so because before we had went through that conversation that they had, I'm sitting there up for a couple days going, "What the hell is going on and why you should know better. This is, like, beyond PI 101. This is before you even fucking get interested about doing something like that, right? Like, this is the shit you figure out, and that's what leads you to go do that kind of field or occupation or whatever." So, I'm sitting there going, "How in the hell does this it don't make no sense. There's no tiles flipping over of any possibility," and so I'm like, "What the hell?" Until we heard him say, I made it very clear I didn't wanna be a part of this from the beginning," and then you hear this, it's like, "Oh, well, he would already look shitty if he left because everybody else left when he got there, so he would look even shittier if he fucking left because then it looks like he's deserting a family, but you're not deserting a family if you scoot somebody else in front of you, and then they're focused on that person and only focused on you as you exit stage left, and that's it. And that's what it seems like has been going on. And man, the transfer of the torch of bullshit, that there's a lot of fuel behind the next torch bearer, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm
It's it's sad because the ultimate people that are paying the price are Sebastian, Caleb,
Yeah.
and their families.
Right. Right.
It's making people want to pull away from the case. But
Okay.
that's what I really wanted you to look at, that information, because I thought it was just interesting. Just slow. Tony Mathis is one of the admins on the Harley Morris Facebook group, if you haven't pulled it up yet.
No, we're just chit-chatting. I was going to, but, I mean, that's hey.
Just makes you wonder, like, was that his third case he was trying to get, where he was trying to be the PR person for the family? No
Just to
experience?
make a name.
Exactly. And he's trying to go on all these television shows, and people are like, what would his motivation be if he's getting, not getting paid? Well, there are people who literally seek out fame on the backs of other people's tragedies, and that's what I'm seeing.
Right. And then Caleb Harris's family too, like you were saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's
and I don't know if they're even paying attention to what all is going on with the drama around Sebastian Harris and Tony. Sebastian Rogers.
Well, that's what I was surprised too, Jana, was that was the first time Tony had met all of them in person. Like, what? Like, what? I mean, I get but yo, when you're that close and you're covering, because you know who is right next to it. You got the person that sets you up, and the person happens to live by Tony and happens to live not too far from fucking Nashville. So, you know what I mean? It's and they were promoting it on their show how they were gonna hook each other up. Oh, well, I got somebody to hook you. I got a whole team. Bada bada bada. All of a sudden, oh no, I didn't do it. Yeah, you did, man. Because you don't want to be blamed for bringing this shit in because really, if you weren't behind your own microphone promoting some shit that you shouldn't have been promoting, well then look what happens, man. But at the same time, we can't answer for Tony. Tony's his own person. But man, like I don't understand it. He's sitting there making these shows about not being about it, misinformation and we're not dealing with the baloney in chat, but dude, look at how, like, as much as I hated the circus when the other people were in charge, it has gotten fucking flip folded a few times of what that was after he took over. And now imagine where it's gonna go. It's a
I
fruit
can't
roll-up.
imagine because nobody with any reputation or credibility that values their training in like SAR or PI work is going to want to work with him.
That's what I was saying. What family is even because somebody's like, "He wants notoriety." No, he don't want fucking this ain't the notoriety you want because I'm guarantee you right now, even with what he's doing right now, before he exits stage left and passes the bullshit torch, what family is gonna sit here and see what the hell has been taking place? And then his own words, when he even has somebody of his own team sitting there saying, "The Amber Alert's not real," and you're doubling down on it like you're fucking Moscow, Idaho, doubling down on the conviction of Brian Koberger. You're not. And so, how can you I don't know how you can be so sure. Any family's not gonna do they're
making a mockery out of this whole entire
Yeah.
situation, unfortunate situation.
What family would say, "I wanna hire that guy"? They're gonna give somebody like me a chance, you know what I mean, before they give that motherfucker a chance again.
I would give like, honestly, would give anybody
I
chance
wish I
above
could've.
him at this point.
I wish I could've. Like, with you know how it was when I was down there for Riley and what I've been doing for Sebastian. I wish I coulda I would the way that I was coordinating, like, different things, even just with what we were doing with our crew. Like, it just feels so bad because I feel like, fuck all the you know, fuck all the glitter and shit. Look at somebody's fucking heart, man. Like, this shit woulda never happened. I woulda never allowed it. I woulda never allowed it to happen. Shit would have been
They should have
so
had
effective, people would have been focused on the effectiveness and not the drama and create they'd be talking about the effectiveness of it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's just, and I was just gonna say, like, before I go, 'cause I know people, I'm reading the chat or whatever, but
Oh, you're good.
I've been caught up on this case. I'm just saying everybody needs to just reach this maximum boiling point where you have people that are, I mean, there were news stations that didn't even want to go to the vigil, cover it, that were local.
I didn't
Because
even
they're so
wanna
tired
go.
of the drama.
Yeah, the last
They don't want to
couple
have anything above it.
the last
So.
couple, I mean, hell, I even showed up at one where somebody was upset at me. Hey, I'm there for Sebastian. Other ones, it's like I can save the 2.5 hour one-way trip and do better awareness for it here at my desk than driving all that way, uh, and then there's just a circus. If you're local, you should be there. If you're local, because really, it's all you gotta do is put your fucking shoes on, make sure you ate your supper or lunch or whatever, and go down there for, 30 minutes or 45 minutes. It ain't much. It's an hour out of your life, and that's forever. So, that's not much. I just
Well, thank you for taking my call, and I hope you have a good day, and thanks for everything you do.
No, and thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you for always being out there trying to find the truth, and the truth and justice out there for these victims of these loved ones and the loved ones themselves that are victims, because without people like you, there wouldn't be some shit that got answered, you know what I mean? So thank you for being comfortable. saying that. And like I said, have them reach out to me outside of the show.
Yeah.
And if they want to
I
call
will.
in and talk, they can call in and talk. But I would definitely like to have a conversation outside of the show.
All right.
Appreciate
Good.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Taking my call. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll just remove that. Yeah, if you want to call, go ahead. We'll take another one if you guys want. And then we'll get into some of this Micah stuff. I know Rosie wasn't feeling good still, so she might have hopped down. So if you'd like to, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, I'm gonna get this stuff set up. We're gonna be talking about the 911 call and if it was AI generated. So once we watch this video that I'm gonna show you that I came across, then we're gonna listen to the 911. We're gonna check out a couple videos just for the voice comparison for yourself, and then we'll put out a poll and see what you guys think. But it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me about him transferring the dumb shit. I mean, and honestly, who's gonna get more attention? Who's gonna get more attention to transfer the dumb shit to? Pick the perfect person. You can't beat it. All right, let me see. While we're sitting here, I'm gonna check, see if there's any breaking news real quick, and we'll get set up. I just can't take any more of that conversation we were listening to. It's too much. I'm gonna end up stopping it every 10 minutes just to say a little prayer. All right, let me see here. Please be safe out there in the storms. We do have Radar Omega for your safety for the show. So if you do need us to check something, let me know, and we will. We got some storms coming up. Ryan Hall, y'all, is going to be covering it here in about a half hour. So if you do need to seek shelter in at any point in the future here, definitely get on Ryan Hall, y'all, to make sure that you stay aware, because he covers the whole country, and make sure he makes sure he covers all the alerts going on throughout the whole United States, and he does answer your questions when it comes to those areas or two, so it's very informative. And I think, let me see. I think that might be it. So, okay. Severe weather. A lot of severe weather going on. Okay. Oh, what's this? Do you guilty? That's a good thing. A good question that Jay has. Give me 1 second. We'll check that out too. I'm just seeing a lot of weather updates. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. Okay. Yeah, check this out. This is this just came from Jay for Justice too. Good question. Do people that are guilty lash out So we're going to check that out real quick. Then we're going to check out the 911 call stuff.
The shame, because everybody here, listen, let me say something to you. Everybody's panel that you, everybody's panel, Don, everybody's panel that you go on to, they kiss your ass because they think you're going to say something and tell them where Summer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You think I don't love my daughter or some shit like you're holier than thou? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? Some don't even come up to me like that, motherfucker. You come out here to my house and I'll show you who the is searching, motherfucker. And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh, you're really helping find Sebastian doing this.
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what, can't spend the time looking for Summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I'll run your ass on the ground real quick. Come out here to my house right now and you talk to my face, motherfucker.
Damn.
You think you're gonna play games with?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel right now? Burly ass and fuck off, dude. You want to literally? This is my goddamn son.
Everybody's panel, Don.
Damn. It's okay, Rosie. Technical issues. This is J for Justice. Do guilty people lash out at help? Is the title. Here's the link to the video. Go show some love on it too.
The shame, because everybody here, listen, let me say something to you. Everybody's panel that you, everybody's panel, Don, everybody's panel that you go on to, they kiss your ass because they think you're going to say something and tell them where Summer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You think I don't love my daughter or some shit like you're holier than thou? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? Some don't even come up to me like that, motherfucker. You come out here to my house and I'll show you who the is searching, motherfucker. And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh, you're really helping find Sebastian doing this.
So did the hold on, is that Trevor Lee that he's saying that shit to in the other one too?
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what, can't spend the time looking for Summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I'll run your ass on the ground real quick. Come out here to my house right now and you talk to my face, motherfucker. You think you're gonna play games with?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel right now? Burly ass and fuck off, dude. You want to literally? This is my goddamn son.
Everybody's panel, Don.
It's a crazy fucking video, y'all. Yeah, the other person is Don Wells, the Summer Wells case. Were they? No, what I was asking was were they talking to Trevor though? About Trevor, or were they talking about the lab? Because was he saying that to the lab? I guess he was. Hey, what's up?
Hey, sorry about that.
Because it says Don Wells thanking Trevor for his help looking for Summer Wells. So why is it showing that, right? Because he called in to thank him for his help on the lab? I don't understand that. Yeah, it says right here. Verbally attack Trevor Lee. Both of them. Right. So he called in on the lab attacking Trevor Lee. And then Trevor Lee was also attacked verbally. Threatened, really threatened. Both. You got threatened from them both. Real talk. He called in on Smiley. Right, Tiffany? What the fuck? Boy. This is all right. So, yeah. If anybody wants to call in, type in chat real quick. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get to the mic. Uh-oh. I think she might be having some tech diffs. By the way, I'll be doing my first sports show tonight over at the lounge. It's where we watch TV shows, movies, be covering world events starting soon, be doing different shows, gaming, and also starting my sports shows over there. So if you're interested in hanging out tonight, come on and hang out over there. I am going to be, I think Julia, let me double check because it's been changing the last couple days. Let me see. Because she was supposed to Friday, then Saturday. Now it's supposed to be tonight. I just want to double check. Excuse me. There is an interview room episode, but it's going to be the same shit everybody's talking about, but it's the interview room. We can't play it because they'll strike your ass or whatever. So far, and here's the link to this. Let me share it. So far, it's still here. So let me share the link, and I'll be hanging out over here tonight while she's live. And then after she's live, that's when I'm going over to the lounge to do the sports, my first sports show tonight. So we'll be hanging out over there tonight. Kicking it over there. And if you want to talk about your sports team, we'll have the phone number. It's not this phone number, it's another phone number for the sports show that we'll check out. Okay, let me see here. So this is the Robbie Harvey. I sent you an email. Let me see here. 1 second. Can you take a screenshot of it and just send it to me? Oh, really? I grew up playing sports cricket. That's all I played. The Guardians. I love Cleveland sports. Cleveland and Akron. And the Cowboys, yeah. But yeah, I was actually going to be doing a sports show before I even talked to True Crime. True Crime, I just fell into True Crime. But no, I've been playing sports since I was like in 3rd grade. All through my whole life. I am a sports nut. All right. So we're going to check this out. Now, this is the Robbie Harvey. This was AI used, right? Now we went into all of the posts when it came to his lawyer, JPM. I'm just going to say JPM because he likes to throw those CNDs out there like, it's tickets from a fucking arcade machine or something, He's got pockets full of them, so he's just throwing them out there left and right. So I'm just going to say JPM. And this is talking about the AI. Now we know how the lawyer is, how, the questions he was asking. Can you really charge AI now in a day of age where you can charge people, with some legal punishment when it comes to egging on somebody taking their own life? Could you blame AI? Who do you blame? Like, there's, it's almost like, let's create the doubt in the first place, so then it's not such a shock. When you actually, yeah, I know that's the email I'm talking about, Everlasting. Can you send me a screenshot of what you're talking about? And so I wanted to play this right now. You got to check this out, because I came across this video. I came across this video yesterday. Now it's been out a week and a half. You guys have probably seen it, but I don't know. I never heard of this guy, and I was like, the Robbie Harvey. Like, who the? Okay, let me check it out, because it's a cool title. And then, yeah, I was shocked to hear what I heard and what he did. Now check it out. Why is it starting halfway through the video? I don't get that. All right.
There's growing speculation that AI was used during Micah Miller's 911 call before losing her life, especially since this man came into the picture. His name is Tom Winslow, and he's the attorney for John Paul Miller, who allegedly helped John Paul obtain documents in regards to Micah Miller's mental health diagnosis. Winslow is not only John Paul's attorney, but he's also a member of Solid Rock Church. You can see in this video they're obviously good friends.
Yeah, he's too scared to do it. Michael will do it. Lauren,
But this is where he becomes part of the story. It was announced earlier this week that Winslow, along with John Paul, is under FBI investigation. That, according to Myrtle Beach SC News. But where does the connection of AI and Tom Winslow come from?
AI. Who would have thought that in a legal scenario 20 years ago when I started practicing that AI would be the next lawyer?
But let's stop right there, because half of the video you've just watched is AI generated, done completely free and within minutes. And with that, let's go back and listen to the 911 call.
I'm about to myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
There's one problem about the audio that you just heard. That wasn't Micah's voice. I created that.
See what I'm saying? He created that. Listen to how close it sounds.
Next lawyer.
You even hear the the pause from emotion in the voice, where I pause real quick and then it's the same as the 911 call. Watch.
But let's stop right there, because half of the video you've just watched is AI generated, done completely free and within minutes. And with that, let's go back and listen to the 911 call.
I'm about to myself, and
Right there, the
I
pause.
just want my family to know where to.
And then the pause, and I just want it's just like the 911 call. This is AI.
That's what it was.
It's crazy. Yeah, he made
that
it.
According to Myrtle Beach SC News. But where does the connection of AI and Tom Winslow come from?
AI. Who would have thought that in a legal scenario 20 years ago when I started practicing that AI would be the next lawyer?
But let's stop right there, because half of the video you've just watched is AI generated, done completely free and within minutes. And with that, let's go back and listen to the 911 call.
I'm about to myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
There's one problem about the audio that you just heard. That wasn't Micah's voice. I created that.
I'm about to myself, and
I just want my family to know where to find me. I'm about to myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
And if you can't take my word from it, then listen to this retired FBI agent.
This is great.
All the allegations in the Micah Miller case that AI was used to call 911 have to be taken seriously at this point. I did not realize how advanced this stuff and how scary this stuff is getting.
I agree that the AI conspiracy is far-fetched, but the story continues to get more interesting. According to reports, Winslow owns a lot of property near the scene of where Micah Miller was found dead.
You guys see that? Oh boy. We're going to be going there, getting a real feel for the location, y'all. And there's other things coming up that I'm going to be doing as well in the background. You'll see it in the future. Yeah, we're coming, Micah.
Of where Micah Miller was found dead.
We're coming,
According
Micah.
to Myrtle Beach SC News, Winslow owns about 200 acres near the national park. And that's why I've considered AI as a possibility. Winslow's knowledge of AI, his connection to John Paul Miller, and the property he owns near the scene. But even with Winslow owning the property there, his knowledge of AI, and his connection with John Paul Miller, I was still hesitant to even consider AI as a possibility. And then Micah's father did an interview revealing something interesting about the crime scene. Take a listen.
Despite the findings from law enforcement that Micah had died by her own hand, that the sheriff's office saying John Paul was not in Robeson County when Micah died, do you believe there is more to the story, correct?
Yes. It's there's a lot of details that they did not cover, and because it was equivalent in their eyes to previous self-inflicted wounds, I believe the law allows them to do less work. It does not prevent them from doing more work. And since there were multiple shell casings found and a live round found, it already didn't make much sense. So it would seem that they would automatically do a complete toxicology, not just blood alcohol, and a complete autopsy, which they did not do. And we're just devastated that they didn't, because John Paul rushed the cremation process.
No autopsy was done. No toxicology report was done. No gunshot residue test was done on Micah's body. And according to them, John Paul Miller refused to let them see the body unless they signed the certificate agreeing to cremate her body. John Paul cremated her within days, fairly quickly. But what about the security footage showing Micah Miller purchasing a weapon? According to her father, she had been talking about doing so.
She knew how to use a weapon. She got the weapon for self-protection. She told me days beforehand, Dad, I really feel like I need a weapon for protection. And she knows how to use it. She's qualified. She's been through training. She's not going to charge the weapon and eject a live round. She already knows. The first rule of gun, use is knowing the condition of the gun.
Just remember, John Paul Miller has admitted to slashing Micah's tires. He's admitted to putting tracking devices on her car. He's admitted to posting a topless photo of his wife on social media days before her death. So with that evidence and allegedly years of abuse, it makes total sense why Micah Miller would want to purchase a weapon to protect herself.
Yes, so this goes back to this apology letter that we have. It's an apology letter from him to Micah, dated April 15th. In it, he's apologizing for a series of things, and one of them is a photo that was produced on the internet. It was topless of her. We're not going to show that here, of course, but in the apology, he says, "I'm sorry for putting a picture of you on the internet. It was for less than 1 hour and immediately taken down. I was hurt that you were telling everyone horrible, intimate details of my past sin, and I just wanted to try and hurt you. Please forgive me. It was evil of me to do that."
With those facts and Winslow now involved, the conspiracy of AI being used is not so far-fetched anymore. To be honest, investigators certainly have to consider it.
So you don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs, or alcohol abuse, or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all when you know you are. God hates divorce, but why? According to everybody I've asked and the scriptures that I've found, it's because it hurts people. But does abuse hurt people? How do you think God feels about that? So I want to remind you, like a bunch of people have been reminding me lately, that I'm God's bride first. And even an earthly spouse who's a good spouse, when they know that their bride is being hurt, just imagine what an earthly spouse does. What do you think your heavenly spouse does when you're the bride of Christ and he sees his bride going through abuse and hurt? What do you think he thinks about that?
Remember, the FBI has announced they're investigating the death of Micah Miller.
So I saw that video and I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had heard you guys talk about it for a long time, but just like him, it was like, but after I seen that,
I think that's one of the most informative videos I've seen on the case, actually. I mean,
right. Yeah, the fact that he recreated it himself, and it's like, whoa. Pretty creepy.
that's terrifying. And I mean, it's not like it's just one thing that doesn't add up. It's just, when things start accumulating, then you do have to take it seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, now that I'm like really, because he, great voice comparison too when it came to, the real. And I'm going to play those for you guys too here as we listen to this, this call ourselves. We'll listen to it again here, and I'm gonna mute it. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself, the music, and I'm gonna try and mute it when we get to the part. But just in case, I'm gonna put this graphic warning up there at the top. While we are playing this video here, 1 second.
Robinson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
A national park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing. Hold on one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Yeah, the Lumber River State Park. In,
Yeah, that's where I am.
okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
All right, we'll listen to it one more time. Pay attention to the raspy or non-raspy. Pay attention to the
Robeson
raspy,
County
non-raspy.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
A national park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
And that's a good point, Katrina, because you guys know out of the search in the last few months, what have you guys always enjoyed when I'm out there in nature, in woods, the birds chirping, the birds chirping. That is a very good point, Katrina.
From
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing. Hold on one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Yeah, the Lumber River State Park. In,
Yeah, that's where I am.
okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
All right, now I'm going to switch to this. Listen to the voice.
That I am so happy to be born into this country where we have job opportunities that are better than what I've witnessed in other countries. I remember driving past a man sitting on a giant rock, and he.
You hear the rasp? It's a very attractive voice, but do you hear the rasp? Listen
Yeah.
to the rasp.
He had like a chisel and a hammer. And I asked the people that we were with, what is that man doing? And they said that is his job. He finds a big boulder in the
You hear the rasp.
wild, and he beats it into littler rocks, and then beats those rocks into littler rocks. And then he bags up all the rocks and he puts them in a wheelbarrow and he takes them into town and he tries to sell them for landscape, for construction, whatever. So if you have a job that's better than that, be so thankful today. I just wanted to say that I am so happy to be born into this country where we have job opportunities that are better than what I've witnessed in other countries. I remember driving past a man sitting on a giant rock, and he had like a chisel and a hammer. And I asked the people that we were with, what is that man doing? And they said that is his job. He finds a big boulder in the wild, and he beats it into littler rocks, and then beats those rocks into littler rocks. And then he bags up all the rocks and he puts them in a wheelbarrow and he takes them into town and he tries to sell them for landscape, for construction, whatever. So if you have a job that's better than that, be so thankful today. So today my heart's a little heavy. I've had a lot of women that have reached out to me about situations of abuse. And I just want to tell you what a lot of people have told me lately and reminded me, because I think I forgot. I knew, but I pushed it in the back of my head just because of my situation. But you are the bride of Christ. Before anybody else's bride, male or female, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Abuse is abuse. And you are the bride of Christ. And my Bible says that he took all the abuse you could think of for you so that you didn't have to live that life of slavery and bondage and pain. Jesus took it all for you. So you don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs or alcohol abuse or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all when you know you are. God hates divorce, but why? According to everybody I've asked and the scriptures that I've found, it's because it hurts people. But does abuse hurt people? How do you think God feels about that? So I want to remind you, like a bunch of people have been reminding me lately, that I'm God's bride first. And even an earthly spouse who's a good spouse, when they know that their bride is being hurt, just imagine what an earthly spouse does.
What do you think your heavenly spouse does when you're the bride of Christ and he sees his bride going through abuse and hurt? What do you think he thinks about that? So, encouragement in all this is you are the bride of Christ first before anybody else's. And he's got you. And he sees you. And he loves you.
Robinson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
A national park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Fair Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, hold on one second.
I'm gonna put this up here real quick. The peace, positivity, and progress is about all people, whether it's the people that we're talking about. No, you don't have to, Nina. I just want to make something clear real quick. The PPP is peace, positivity, and progress. That covers everybody in chat. You don't have to, Nina. That's why I'm saying this message. So, when it comes to the people in the community, the people on panel, and even the people that we discuss, that's what the PPP is for. So, I don't want anybody to be confused. And so, when Cricket, you say that she has not been through any abuse and that she's faking it, I'm sorry. We're just not that kind of show. And I want to say thank you for exiting the door. I'll go ahead and lead you there. There's other shows that you can go be a part of. And we just don't tolerate that here. So I just wanted to make it clear to anybody that wants to be disrespectful like that to any of the people that we talk about, any of the people that are up on panel, or anybody in the community that comes in here. That's not what we're about. I know, detective. I asked about the first time. I didn't hear nothing. But when it comes to that, I saw it from my own eyes. And to me, no. No. That's very disrespectful. And our community is not about that. So thank you for showing your true colors. But unfortunately, we're not that kind of community here. Now, let me start that over since I had to. We're going to do this. We're going to play this again.
So today my heart's a little heavy. I've had a lot of women that have reached out to me about situations of abuse. And I just want to tell you what a lot of people have told me lately and reminded me, because I think I forgot. I knew, but I pushed it in the back of my head just because of my situation. But you are the bride of Christ. Before anybody else's bride, male or female, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Abuse is abuse. And you are the bride of Christ. And my Bible says that he took all the abuse you could think of for you so that you didn't have to live that life of slavery and bondage and pain. Jesus took it all for you. So you don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs or alcohol abuse or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all when you know you are. God hates divorce, but why? According to everybody I've asked and the scriptures that I've found, it's because it hurts people. But does abuse hurt people? How do you think God feels about that? So I want to remind you, like a bunch of people have been reminding me lately, that I'm God's bride first. And even an earthly spouse who's a good spouse, when they know that their bride is being hurt, just imagine what an earthly spouse does. What do you think your heavenly spouse does when you're the bride of Christ and he sees his bride going through abuse and hurt? What do you think he thinks about that? So, encouragement in all this is you are the bride of Christ first before anybody else's. And he's got you. And he sees you. And he loves you.
Robeson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
In National Park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, hold on one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Are you at the Lumber River State Park?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to. And I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
Okay. It don't sound the same to me. After hearing that.
It doesn't sound the same as the video you played of Micah, but also I was kind of trying to listen closely, and it seemed to me that it didn't sound like completely the same throughout the call as well. I'm not sure, like, I don't know if you heard that. But...
Well, this is where my mind was going. I'm not even saying it was AI. To me, it sounds like maybe it was just another person. I don't even know if it was a good copy of AI, because the copy of AI would have the raspy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it now like, who says it was even AI? That's why I played it a few times back and forth. You know, if you guys want to check it out, go to that, go to that part of the show. It's right towards the end. I'm going to go ahead and end it here in a minute. Get a little nap in between and get ready for the sports show tonight. If you want to come hang out tonight, it'll be after Julia, the dog handler, does her live this evening. Go hang out there. Also, go sub if you would like to hang out with us. Rosie, I want to say thank you for hanging out with us the last few days as well. I know you haven't been feeling good. I haven't been feeling good. There's plenty of people out there not feeling good. And the weather, too, ain't helping. But please hit the like if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so to both of our channels. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out last minute notice with the live. And please stay safe with the weather out there. Definitely go to Ryan Hall, y'all. After this is over, there's a lot of nasty weather going out there. If I don't see you tonight over at the lounge, I will see you tomorrow. I'll be back with another show. We'll see you tomorrow for sure. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, spending the morning and early afternoon with us. Thank you, Rosies, for spending the evening. It's getting late over there. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. And drop a comment. Let us know what you think. I don't know. I don't even think it's necessarily AI. I think it just might be somebody else. I don't know. Leave a comment after the show. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Rosie. Thank you, angels. We'll see you later.
Bye,
I love
everyone.
this music too. Goodbye.